Hey everyone, time for Puzzle Talk, the geocaching puzzle podcast brought to you by the Geocache Talk Network. If you'd like to become a patron, click on the Become a Patron heart on the front page of the Geocache Talk website, or head on over to patreon.com/geocache talk for more details. Patrons get the now famous Blackout coin and other geocaching items during the year, as well as bonus content and invites to special events only for patrons. Support levels start at as little as Bison Tube level, which is $3 a month. Here are your co-hosts, Charles Watkins and Tom Brotherman. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy. We'll jump. You guys got a lot of cool stuff tonight on audios, caches. It's gonna be cool, but I thought we would do a quick few news items, so let's do that first. The Podcast of Hope is coming up in 3 weeks. Let me check the date on that. It's less than 3 weeks.
That means it's almost time to start Christmas shopping.
It is. You're right. December 6th. 4 weeks. So it'll be 4 weeks from Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So December 6th will be Podcast of Hope. If people out there are unfamiliar with Podcast of Hope, we raise money for St. Jude. Thank you for that. There's the link below. If you'd like to give, you can give now to Podcast of Hope. And well, you're giving the money to St. Jude directly, but the money will be added to our goal of getting $8,000 this year.
That's a lot of scary snacks.
Yep, for St. Jude. So looking forward to now. If you'd like to wait and give on the night of, partially the day, we start at 4 p.m. We go till midnight Central Time. If you'd like to wait till that evening to give, that's perfectly fine. Most people are waiting that can be there, because you can also win a prize during each hour, different prizes that we're giving away to donors we have prizes that have been graciously donated for the donors. Ride in the Rain, log work, lots of different arted craft. A lot of people have given a lot of things. Drives Cash Closet. Lots of different vendors have given because they want to be able to give as well to this whole thing. They want you to give St. Jude, so they're willing to give some prizes for people to do that. So 4 p.m. to midnight on December 6th. Please join us then. If you can't join that night, you can give anytime up till then, and actually even a month after if you need to. But the link is below: fundraising.stjude.org/POH 2020.
And if you send money now, Gary, you're going to send out a get out of jail free card for our bosses, so when we skip out of work the next day.
Sure, that sounds great. I'll give you a great excuse of why not to be there.
Donate tonight, and you don't have to go to work tomorrow.
There you go. And then we've got some other things coming up, but we're the network is working on several items coming up. We got a really large mega announcement. We really can't quite make it yet, but as soon as we do,
It's
all the
bigger than
podcasts, mega event. Well, not a mega event, a mega announcement, not a mega
Giga announcement.
It's bigger than that.
event.
Giga announcement.
Giga announcement. Giga. It's not a giga event announcement. Just a giga announcement. So, hey, how are things in the future? Always ask Darren how are things looking for Thursday in the world. So that's it. Over to you guys. And
He's not that far ahead of us, Gary.
he is into. It is Thursday over there.
How can it be Thursday if it's only Tuesday here?
Oh, Wednesday. Sorry, not Thursday. I'm ahead. I want this week to be over. I need. It's been a rough week already, so I'm kind of hoping for, Wednesday. Yeah, I hope things are going well on Wednesday and maybe even Thursday or Friday of this week. If somebody's already at that point,
if you can let us know how Thursday's going, that'd be all right too, though.
That'd be all right too. All right, so I will turn over to you guys, and I know, I'm sad, Direwolf. Gary.
All right,
try to listen carefully. Listen to you guys talk about some of these cool audio. So,
all right. So tonight's podcast is about audio puzzles, and how to solve some audio puzzles. And one of the useful tools that we'll go over first is an app on your smartphone that is called Shazam. Shazam, I have it. Let's see if I can do this. All right, so it's this blue app right here next to Yelp.
Yep.
And when you open it, it will look like that.
Yep.
And you tap the button in the middle, and it'll start listening. And so if you hold up some music,
it comes up and says, "Oh, Charles Watkins is talking." Oh no, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? That'd be a little scary.
So let's see. Let's do.
Be careful! Don't do copyright music.
It will pull copyrighted music up as well.
No, I mean if you play it, then we're gonna get a copyright infringement. Play something that's non-copyrighted. That'd be curious to see if Shazam can recognize that.
What non-copyrighted music?
Yeah, I mean there's stuff on YouTube that people use, like all the vloggers use music. You do too, where hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, I use copyrighted music
and just take the hit
in all of mine, but I use like less than 12 seconds worth of the clip.
Ooh, that's smart.
And I've started the music clip like right in the middle, and what I use is an instrumental song, and so I've never been flagged by YouTube ever for my copyrighted music that I use. I make all of my videos with the Splice app, which is a GoPro app. And through there, there is a music license, a music sharing license that GoPro has. And so there are some advantages to using that because you get to use some of the music that they have. But anyhow, the Shazam app, it is a free download. Go grab it. It will help you tremendously.
I'm trying this one real quick, see what happens. Oh, it worked. You're gonna love this. So I was playing this song. It says, "Music for vloggers." That's funny.
And it doesn't take long.
Here's go to GC8C0Q4.
No, I'm shoot. That's it. I'm done. So less than
All
six
right.
playing, less than 6 seconds of playing, and it pulled up the song that was playing. So it's got a really good algorithm in the background that runs, and it's a phenomenal app. I've used it several times for some audio stuff. Sometimes I use it when I'm out somewhere and I'm like, what song is that?
Oh, yeah.
Let it listen, and then you're like, oh, yeah. On the flip side of that, in the app, it will keep all of your songs that you have listened to. So if you didn't know what they were and you went and Shazammed them somewhere, it keeps a list of them on what day, at what time that you ran it, so that you can go back and be like, oh no, last Tuesday. So it is a good app. It is a handy app that will help you through some, but not all of these puzzles. In fact, it'll probably only help you on just a couple of them. But it is a useful tool. So figured that we would throw it out there at the beginning, just like we do every other show where we give you tools. And then there is the Wiki Bruce. It is packed full of all kinds of craziness that will help you with a good host of things. So puzzle cache related. So head over to the wikibruce.com and check out that for some tips and tricks and tools that will help you decipher some of these puzzles as well.
And that GC number I said a while ago, we'll throw out again later.
Oh, well then.
It's part of the list, sort of.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
So stay tuned.
All right. So
solve that first one for us, because that one was yours.
It is mine, or it is the one that I threw out here. I've got a aha.
I'll put it in the chat room. These you doing the first one?
Yeah,
these are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, there we go. All right, hang on. Trying to figure this out while we're. Some of this stuff is so crazy. So let me share my screen and show you the cache page.
And you can do share audio too. I don't know if you need to from that page or not. We can do it from.
Well, yeah, we won't be able to for this one because mine plays it in iTunes, but I'll be able to pull it up and play it hopefully.
Okay.
So this is what the cache page looks like. You will see this. This is a required bit of text, this blue that is right here on the cache page. This is a required bit that is that Groundspeak came out that is required on all caches that take you to a file that you either have to download or takes you to a site for a external link. So it tells you that you're about to download a file that contains further details needed to find a geocache. As the cache owner, I represent that this file is safe to download, although it has not been checked by Groundspeak or the reviewer for possible malicious content. Download this file at your own risk. So it is a when you click on the link for this, it automatically downloads it for you.
Okay.
So I've downloaded it. I think I've had it on 3 different computers trying to decipher this code, and it has, and it works. So you click here in the middle of this, right above the red text, and that's where the puzzle is that you have to listen to. This is also part of a larger set of puzzle caches that go into slightly harder and harder puzzles. So this is a cache in and of itself, but it is also part of another series of caches called Master of Mystery Geocache. So that's what this logo is in the middle right here. So
and if you need help, you should go to its Wikipedia page. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's it. Fired.
The Wikipedia page attached to it, by the way.
It does have the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Okay, I'm easily entertained, as people know.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. So let me see if I can pull this up. And
I'm the best. You're the best.
let's see.
We're waiting for Pathfinder 33 to work on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Calm down.
He's working on it. I'm just letting our audio listeners who are listening to the audio know that
sounds like we're watching a golf game.
Charles is checking.
Let's see if this will play now.
Make sure when you share screen, you include audio. Oh, did you? I think I hear it.
Yeah, did you click to share audio?
Well, and there it went away. Hang on. I opened it in this other tab trying to.
I'll download it and we'll try it. That way you can talk about it. I'll take care of this part.
Let's see. Because it doesn't show up in my Chrome tab because it's not a Chrome tab. It opens in iTunes.
Right, but here, let me try it.
And when I try to open it in the application window, it doesn't. Here, let's do this.
See if it comes up in mine. Here you go. Insane.
All right. So y'all have gathered the gist of this. There is out there somewhere where you can find it, a audio alphabet for R2D2. The audio alphabet they've used to create this. They took all of the little clips, pushed them together, and then are playing them at like 1.8 speed, I believe is what when I talked to the cache owner about it, she told me that they sped it up. So in order for you to really get a gist of it, you've got to download the file, put it into an audio player where you can slow it down enough to go in and listen to it. But once you find the R2D2 audio alphabet, the hard part is going through there and listening to each individual sound to break it down into what it's actually saying.
You mean there's not an automatic translator for it?
If there is, I haven't found it yet.
I've got to learn the language. Oh, gee.
Well, can you? I think you mentioned too. What you could do is, you said slow it down, maybe, or take.
Yeah, if you can slow it down, it's my understanding that the alphabet is not numbers; it's letters, and so they've spelled your coordinates out, whatever they have, because I haven't solved this one.
Right.
So whatever whatever they have is spelled out in letters. So you've got to go in and listen to A, C, D, they spelled out THREE, right? And so you've got to go in and listen to that and translate it back to letters that you then read as numbers.
Right.
So is my understanding that is how this puzzle works. It could be wrong.
So you can't just go stand outside a Comic-Con until you see somebody with Star Wars stuff and say, "Hey, can you translate this for me?"
That probably would. I tell you what, if you went and did that, they probably would tell you, "Oh, hey, you need to go here to find the alphabet,"
Exactly.
because somebody there probably knows.
There you go.
So yeah. All right, so that is the kick in the shorts one right off of the bat, because I haven't solved it. I know Tom hasn't solved it because he was listening to it earlier for the first time, and you could see the smoke coming out of his left.
Yeah.
So,
Blowing a fuse.
Burnt my brain before the show. All right, hit the next one then.
That is true, Pizza Ninja. Audacity is your friend. Whoa.
So, if you look at this, and I know it is probably hard to tell, but this is a West Virginia Tim cache.
Gadget cache.
In the chat room, so people can play along at home.
This one is one that requires you to. There at the cache location, there is a musical instrument that you must play. And it tells you that you have to play this song right here that is in the red text. And then you will get, by doing this cache, you will get numbers that are letters that correspond to numbers that correspond to a lock on the box that you then can access the geocache at. West Virginia Tim has made a video about this particular cache and how it works.
How to build it, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you can go and find information about this, but this is a West Virginia Tim. It is a musical cache, and if you look down here at the song, you should be able to figure out what the song is. 1155665. Right, so it's either your ABCs or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, whichever version of it you want to go with. But you have to play the instrument that is there, which is like a child's xylophone.
Probably not a kazoo.
Yeah, but this is not a kazoo. Do not put it in your mouth.
Do not put the xylophone.
Do not lick.
COVID-19.
God. So currently this cache is unavailable by the owner. He has it down for maintenance, but I have no fear that it will be back up and get back to going. It's got 676 favorite points. So yeah,
I saw Cashier Nick found it. I found it.
Cool.
I'm sure there's duplicates of this across the world.
Yeah, and the video that he has that shows you how to make it and everything is out there and available. We threw the link to it in the chat room to the West Virginia Tim, his official video for the cache. So if you're interested in it, go check it out. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, and the one after that's the same thing, but it's just Joshua doing it.
Yeah.
The one after that, the one after that was just something at Moga. If you want to show that one.
No, we don't want to show that either.
Okay.
It's in the show notes, and the show notes will be up on the website.
And what'd you decide after the one after that? Blow it. I'm
the count.
The count.
I'm not going to be. My feelings aren't going to be hurt much.
No, we're doing it.
Okay. Okay.
So
this one's tough. There's not much here.
This cache is archived, but we will.
This guy had some really cool puzzle caches, and all his hides were awesome.
So we'll share this so that everybody can. Eventually, I'll find where there it is. So you can see that this cache is archived, but the link to the video is still a good link.
Right. I got it pulled up if you need me to play it, but you want me to play it? I can play it.
I don't hear it from you.
Here, I'll share my screen.
Let Gary do it.
I got it.
All right, go.
I got it.
Yeah. You know that I am called the Count because I really love to count. Sometimes I sit and count all day, but sometimes I get carried away. I count slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I start in counting, it's very hard to stop. Hey, faster, it is so exciting. I could count forever, count until I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I love counting whatever the amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's the song of the count.
It's clever.
I count the spiders on the wall. I count the cobwebs in the hall. I count the candles on the shelf. When I'm alone, I count myself. Oh yeah, I count slowly, getting faster. Once I start counting, it's very hard to stop. Faster, it is so exciting. I could count forever, count until I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I love counting, whatever the amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey.
Okay, enough of that.
I was counting the numbers because I couldn't remember how many numbers are in it. And if I remember right, it's
Darewolf. I had no idea he was Italian.
I think it's 10.
Well,
Italy's close to Transylvania.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close. You know, that not for European standards, it's not. But if you're from America, you're like, oh yeah, that's like driving to Arkansas.
It's clever that he. So he hid everything in the YouTube video,
It's all in the YouTube video,
but it's got song with it, so it's clever.
and you get numbers.
And you get numbers. That's true. He does numbers there. I like it. That's funny.
They're just not coordinates.
Well done. Well done.
So there was a second audio part to it because those numbers weren't coordinates.
Oh, really? I didn't.
It took a big leap to realize that those 10 numbers were a phone number.
Oh.
And then you got I guess like it was probably like a Google phone number thing, and you get the count talking to you again, and he gives you the coordinates and whatnot. And it's funny.
That's clever.
And people would leave them messages. It was funny. And then when you got to ground zero, it was a big ammo cannon. There was bats hanging everywhere, and it was cool.
That's well thought out. I like that. I wonder what happened. Oh, it's sad. I don't want to know what happened, but it's sad that some of those go away. But that's clever.
I think location probably had a lot to do with a lot of this guy's caches.
Yeah. All right. So, jumping into the next couple of ones are the same way. They take you externally to a YouTube video. These are all done by a geocacher named Fried Okra. And these are archived caches as well.
Some of them, not all of them.
Some of them, not all of them.
This one I found.
Fried Mumbo Jumbo.
I'll put that one because I know that one is that one's okay because it's been archived. So I'll throw that one in the chat room for people to follow along.
Yeah. So Fried Mumbo Jumbo. You click on the giant link here in the middle of the video, and it takes you to the YouTube video. So hang on, I've got the YouTube video.
Click the sound thing.
He will.
I am. Calm your.
He's getting there. Give him a moment. There it is.
Did you see the puzzle Fried Okra put out? It appears to be fairly simple. We should team up and see if we can solve it together. I'll create a conference call with the gang. We should have this one solved in no time. Hold on while I conference in the others. Okay.
You can tell this is old by the size of his TV.
The cache name is Fried Mumbo Jumbo. Does everyone see the listing? I'm going to put you on speaker so I have both hands free.
See it. It really does look like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
It does look like mumbo jumbo to me too. What about the rest of you?
Yep, mumbo jumbo for sure.
I agree, it is a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Wait, I think I'm onto something.
That was easy.
Got it. I got it.
I got it too.
Nice puzzle, but that was so easy. I've solved it. Solved.
I don't see it. What are the coordinates?
38 degrees, 445.
Thanks. That was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I listened to the right person. I'm off to grab the cash.
Oh, I love it.
And so that is what you get. So you have to.
That's clever.
This one.
Very clever.
And there's some copies. One of them's in
This one,
Arizona.
Tom.
Do what?
How'd you solve this one, Tom?
Played it about 496 times.
That's funny.
Of course you did.
Well, now you remember, this is the guy who spent all the time, hours and hours, deciphering a green square.
I did get it done.
You did, but then later found out that you could have done it in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's okay. You got there. You got there. Doesn't matter how you get to the mountaintop, as long as you get there. That's clever, though. I like. Well, which, speaking of, I don't know. Maybe that's the only way to do it, Charles. Is there a way to?
There is a way that you can download audio from YouTube.
Right.
Play it slower would have helped. I think I might have done something like that. Done it where I played it slower. I don't know, because that was a bunch of years ago.
But they're all speaking at the same time, so you got to listen to the right threads. I don't know. Is there a way to split the threads out somehow?
Not without being able to get a hold of the original audio file.
Right.
I don't think so. By being able to download and put it into a audio app, you can then turn all of the treble off or all of the bass off and more or less isolate some of the pitch range in which people are talking.
Right.
So you can do that with it. Again, I don't know if all of the people that are talking all spit out the exact same.
They should.
They're just saying it at different speeds, so it overlaps each other, or not.
Right.
Since the cache is archived.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I sit with it.
Yeah, but pretty.
Well, that one is. But there's two others I have in the.
Yeah,
so and they're not all archived.
Right.
So we're going to look at the second one, which is Fried Mumbo Jumbo, the Arizona edition.
Right. That's the one I sent in the chat room, so I sent the wrong one, but.
Oh, it's all good. So the Arizona edition is the same thing. It's been archived.
Yeah.
Because it was muggled too many times. But you get down here, and he tells you click on the picture of the Arizona state flag to begin the video puzzle. So let's take that off, and we will open up the other one, sharing the audio. Oh. Share.
Maybe that's what I did. Dire Wolf was onto something. Said listen to the right one. You can set your speaker there.
Oh, that's smart. Clever. Go ahead.
Oh. We should have proofread some of these.
Like that, though.
Preamble of the great state of Arizona. We the people of the state of Arizona, grateful to Almighty
preamble of the
God
great state
for
of
our
Arizona.
liberties.
We the people of the
ordained
state of Arizona, grateful to Almighty God for our liberties.
Grateful to Almighty
In this
God for
Constitution,
our liberties of the state of
Dangerous
Arizona shall be as follows. Our
Designation
name,
of boundaries.
state boundaries,
Boundaries.
designation
State
of
Arizona
rival
shall
river,
be
20
follows.
state of Arizona shall be as follows. Name beginning at point of Colorado River, United miles below junction of the Gila and Colorado rivers.
All right, so this one is along the same format, and I did like Dire Wolf, and so about the time that the third or fourth person started talking,
Yeah.
I started to hear out of my right side speaker very faintly something that said the coordinates, and I caught coordinates. That's where I stick my head down like that. And you could hear it coming only out of the right side speaker.
Oh, slick.
So this one is going to be along the same lines of that. And that is easily doable when you are editing some of these videos in to be able to create them, is that you can make your audio left, right, mono, stereo. You can, if you did it for like surround sound, then you can have just the sound come out of a back right speaker. So when I'm editing some of my videos, it asks me if I want to do mono or stereo or what for the music that I play. And so there's a way that you can do that
right
in all of these. So the same thing is you can isolate just your right speaker in your computer, right? So there's a way that you can do that to where when you play it, all these mouths may be moving, but the only thing you hear is what comes out of the right side speaker.
Right.
So it's like watching a Godzilla movie then.
Exactly. So there's
exactly
clever.
There is a even more mumbo jumbo. Let's see if
that's the one that's probably still around.
No, that one's been archived as well.
Well, I thought I had one of his. Well, he still got some active stuff.
Fried Mumbo Jumbo, the Camdenton edition. It is archived as well. So all of these, at least these three that we have here from Fried Okra, are all along the same lines for audio puzzles.
Right.
So, let's.
Later on, I added one to the end so we can, if we.
I see that. It's all good. We'll get to it.
Yep.
Let's see if we can.
The next one is interesting for different reasons, I think. Y'all will have to explain.
Yeah, hang on. There we go. Share screen.
Add to the bone.
Yep, that's the one.
I'm going to share it with the chat room. They can follow along with us.
So this one is a terrain 4.5. So bring your waders, bring your rock climbing gear, your boat, your canoe.
You probably don't need a canoe, but you probably need a ladder and I'm stressing or a pole.
And some rope. Get a rope.
Probably don't need a rope, just ladder and a pole.
So you get down into this one. It tells you that it's obviously a music-based series, right? So all of these caches that are in this series are all music-based at some level.
Right.
Here again is the warning from Groundspeak that they require on all of their caches, that you're about to open another page that has audio media, and that the cache owner promises that it's not a malicious site and that you're not downloading something hokey.
Right.
And then you click on the picture of the record, and it's got some pretty good certitude, 84 to 25.
Yeah.
So you click on the record and it brings you to another page with the audio file. The audio file is This one. And so this is what you get. Bad to the Bone, Geo Art Mystery Cache, cache number 1.
Oh, Shazam.
So
Clever.
you Shazam this.
Clever.
If you Shazam this, then you end up with the name of a song and the composer or the person who wrote it. And if you put that into the certitude link, the name of the song, it gives you the chord.
Nice. That's clever.
That's mostly correct.
You know, you guys should someday do a show about checkers. That'd be a cool show. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
So that is the way that you get through. Yeah. So that's how you get through some of those. If you listen to it and you were like, I have no idea what that was.
Right.
Download the free Shazam app and Shazam it, and it will tell you about this city that calls you. And if you take that and put it in the certitude, you'll get a happy Homer.
That's a great idea. Clever. Those puzzle people, they're clever.
They are.
Here, I'm going to play one that's an easier one.
Okay.
We'll skip down to there. Although, yeah, this one's easier.
Oh, this is more of the Bad to Bone ones?
Yeah. Although I didn't hit.
Yeah, you did. It just opens in another page.
You have to open the other page. That's what Charles has been doing.
That's what I've been dealing with all night, Mr. I got this.
Now you have to stop sharing, share your other screen. Make sure you hit the audio. We don't lose the audio.
Stop screen, share screen.
Tom's getting there.
Share audio. Hit that first. So
let's go.
And
I'm thinking beer's getting warm, brother.
Well, hopefully it's a dark beer that are better warm.
Nope. You shared the same one.
Did I?
Yeah. I'm looking right at it. You got to share the other one.
Well, nuts.
Share the other one. That's what they said at the
I'll try one last time because I thought I hit the right one.
Nuts. You guys need to surrender. You know what they said? Battle of the Bulge? They asked the American troops to surrender, and they said nuts.
There you go.
Now you know what that is, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, play.
So be kind to your web-footed friends, for a duck could be somebody's mother. That'll be stuck in your head all night.
Right, earworming. Isn't an audio puzzle supposed to be an earworm?
So there you go. Another example of the Trombone Man one.
Sousa, yes. John Phillips.
Stars and Stripes Forever.
Yep. Very patriotic.
So if you go through those, some of those you can tell when you're going to hit an easy one because the certitude will have a whole lot of right and very few wrong, and then you're going to see some that's got a bazillion wrong and very few rights because that was like somebody's concerto, something or other, in F minor, blah blah blah, and you had to type all of it in right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because certitude makes you. There is no wiggle room in certitude. if you're typing in a word answer, right? It's
Perfect.
only going to accept what's dictated in the text.
Uppercase, lowercase, everything.
No,
Up
that
and
doesn't
lower
matter.
doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
No, but you have to have the spaces correct. And so the longer something is,
I don't think you had to have the spaces right,
well,
but you've got to have all the. And I don't know that all the grammar counts. I don't remember now. Some of it does, seems like, but I don't. Oh well. But whatever, you do have to have it correct, or it's going to say nope.
Nope.
Which gets frustrating when you put it in 48 times, and that's when you phone your friend who've already figured it out.
You give up.
Said, I give. What's this one?
You path it. Phone a friend. All right.
I'll tell you this, the answer to this one. You tell me the answer to that one.
yeah.
Trade.
Okay, so this is
Oh, and that one we just did, that was a series of 93 of them. So that'll keep you up for a while.
That's incredible.
yeah.
And a geo art of a trombone.
That's clever. On to the next one.
All right, on to the next one. The next one, ironically, is called audio cache. But this is the one that is not exactly an audio cache. So it is archived again. This one goes more off of like voice recognition at the time. So,
clever though. That's interesting.
So when you get here, it says, pick up the phone, and when prompted, say audio cache. Right?
Right.
So the cache is on the business property that you say audio cache, and you'll be connected to a friendly interactive voice recognition application, which will tell you the exact location of the geocache. So it tells you that the geocache is there on the business's property somewhere, but we're not going to tell you where. You have to pick up the phone, and the phone will tell you where it's located. The cache, it tells you that the cache is on private property, but you have permission to be there. Not only does my management know about the audio cache project, but they've encouraged me to create it. So it's kind of sad to see that this one went away. But it sounds like for whatever reason, the software that was on the backside of it either became outdated or had an update that happened to it that made it no longer function from reading of the previous logs.
Right.
So there's no audio file here, but you had to go to the location, and I'm assuming this gray box that's at the front door is the phone that you had to pick up, and when prompted, say audio cache. Was a good thought. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you would be able to get something like this to go again at some level. So is worth trying to. I don't know if the cache owner is still around and active, and it just got archived. It got temporarily disabled. The cache owner gave the next finder to it. He said that it was it says that he went to another company and no longer has control over the phone.
Right.
And so he wasn't, when he returns from India, he will try to do something about it. This was one of the cache owner's 3 hides that he has. Though he's still active, the last time he checked into the geocaching.com website was yesterday, 11/9. So he's still around. It puts his location as Pleasant Hill, California. So if you wanted to figure out how he ran this and what it would for you to be able to do something similar, you may be able to send him a message. Coordinates are in the chat, but they're also going to be in the show notes for audio listeners who want to go and look at it. So this may be a cool opportunity to have a very unique cache there near you that runs off of voice recognition. You know, put you old, like one of the little old school crank telephones that you got to hold the little piece to your ear and talk into it like that.
Right, candlestick type.
Some people are probably sitting there like, I mean, they used to have phones like that? Like, yes.
Do some Green Acres where you go up the pole with your thing and connect it up. And
yeah.
So that would be a unique cache. Do you know how to find a unique cache?
How?
Unique up on it.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on.
Got me.
You should have known that. You know how to find a tame cache?
A tame cache?
A tame cache.
I don't know. How do you find it?
Tame way. Tame way.
Tame way? Okay.
Thank you. I'll be here for another 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
Let's say hit the dump button.
Hit the dump button. We have a dump button.
All right. So I had to get these up and running.
This next one is Gary's going to solve for us.
Oh my gosh, no.
This next one is extremely difficult, but the cache page goes into amazing detail in how this is done. So let's share this screen with you.
It's a great idea. It really is.
So there you go. It is a difficulty 5, terrain 1.5. And you have listened to me all along say how much I hate difficulty 5 puzzles, because that almost always means that you have to have some type of special knowledge in order to solve it.
Well, I just noticed some other special thing about this one, the coordinates. The alternate coordinates aren't UTM, it's British grid.
Oh wow, I never seen that.
I've never really paid attention to that before, but it's.
How many caches have you found in Britannia?
It's in UK.
I've never even been there.
But those are bogus coordinates. I mean, that'd be cool to put a cache exactly at 50 degrees, 12 minutes, 0 seconds. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. So
hide it in an old radio.
When you come down here, it tells you not to go to those coordinates, that they're hidden in the music that's linked in the button below. There you see, you get the link button. But let's dig into this a little bit before we listen to this. So the file is hidden under is hidden using a technique called stenography. This is a coverall term which describes the practice of concealing messages or information within other non-secret text or data. You can find a lot of this in that's hidden in the backgrounds of pictures, or that's hidden in the backgrounds of, in this case, a music file, right? Was done extensively during World War II. No, I'm sorry.
Cold War.
Yeah, it was done during the Cold War, of sending audio files back and forth, and as long as you knew how to decrypt it, you would be able to find the hidden audio
or message. I've always seen, whenever I've heard of stenography, I always think of it as photos, but this is cool that it's an audio one.
It works the same kind of way, sort of.
Right. So, dun, 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 dun. He tells you how to use uncompressed audio on CDs and WAV files and tells you how they're encoded. The cache page goes into some great.
This is like an Earth cache kind of thing.
Right. It goes into some great detail if you're nerdy enough to jump in and listen to all of this and read it and learn as to how this, how the file is hidden, how your hidden message is hidden within. So in this picture that you're looking at of a sine wave, it tells you that the green line represents the recorded sound wave. Vertically, the values of each individual sample and each bar in the graph represent a sample, with there being 44,100 bars in a second, right? So, dun, 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 dun. All right, so here's the rub. The method that he's employed is called the least significant bit, or LSB, encoding. As mentioned earlier, the audio is encoded using a 16-bit binary, or 16 binary bits known as a word. In binary, it's common to assign each bit a position number ranging from 0 to n-1, where n is the number of bits in the binary representation used. Normally, this is a simple exponent of the corresponding bit way in base 2. The significance of each binary digit in the sequence doubles in the overall value being explained. The least significant bit, bit 0, of the 16-bit number alters the overall sampled value by only 1 digit, right? So it shows you what a byte is, what a word is, where your bits are, your most significant bit and your least significant bit. So all he's doing is going in and changing this one character right here. And overall, that doesn't change anything for
You can't hear the difference.
It changes it so insignificantly that you can't find it. You can't, if you run this audio file through all kinds of audio software, they're not going to be able to find it unless you know the encoding method that's used. No different than any other cipher or code. You have to know what the keyword is or the method of encoding the message in order to uncode it, right? Back into plain text. So let's close this.
That is slick.
And let's open up the audio file, because the audio file in this is really cool.
I'm sure Shazam will tell me that it's not accurate.
Get your Shazam ready. All right.
It's got it.
Okay, so Gary, what did it tell you it was?
It detected no problems with Sonata number 14 in C sharp minor, Moonlight
Sonata.
The Moonlight Sonata by Mr. Ludwig von Beethoven.
That's right. So in that audio clip, though, is a hidden message. Now, where that hidden message is, what does it say? But we do know how to decode it using the least significant bit method. Now, the problem to that is I have no clue where to even start to try to decode this, but I know how he encoded it. So a couple of Google is your friend, right, Tom?
Google is your friend.
So a couple of quick searches on the Google, and you will figure out if there is an app out there that will help you, you know, or a website that will help you with being able to decode this. Difficulty 5 puzzle. That's
pretty cool though.
It's a pretty cool. It's something that you don't see every day for what it is. There are a lot of difficulty 5 puzzles out there.
Right.
Not a lot of them go back to cryptography and stenography where they're hiding a message in the audio file.
Right.
So my guess, if it's just turning a bit on and off, is that you're gonna get Morse code out of that thing.
Right.
And then when you do the Morse code and translate that, it may not just translate normally. You might get a Vigneer cipher or something, and you got to put a keyword in it. And this thing is just it's an onion with layers and layers and layers.
It could very well be different language.
It would have to be German.
It needs to be German because Beethoven.
With Ludwig.
All right, so this next puzzle is one that I really like.
Hey, you still got some of them pins to give out, right? Or tags or something? Somebody figure that one out. Give them a tag. If all they share the coordinates with us.
Well,
I didn't say that, did I?
No, you didn't, because we can't do that. We're not solving puzzles on the show.
No, we're not going to solve it on the show. That's going to take too long.
We'll have a Zoom meeting about it later.
Call me at BR549.
And yeah, I've got a ton of my tags still left. I made 110 of them for Woodstock in Canada and the big Groundspeak event that never happened. So I got a bunch of them still, which I'm still giving away on my. I've got to put out my 2 for Tuesday puzzles for my Trackable Tuesday with a Twist on my Instagram account, but those will get posted up here before too long. I've got 2 new ones hidden and puzzles coming out for them. So I know a couple of people that follow that fairly closely now that I've been doing it and are probably waiting for me to not do it so they can send me a nasty gram tomorrow about it. So. But here we go. This next puzzle, you have seen something similar to this in a MacGyver episode, in a couple of space movies where they've locked people in.
Burnt Turtles is patiently waiting.
And him and
waiting to pounce.
Yeah, him and Lacey are 2 of the really good ones about it. So they're coming. Don't worry. That I've got them hidden and puzzles created. I just got stuck looking at stuff at work and actually worked today, so didn't get a chance to build my. They're coming as soon as the show's over.
You did work at work. That's like work. You have to do work at work.
No, I can't believe they pay me for some of this stuff.
I tell you.
This one is a puzzle called Listen Closely.
Listen closely.
All right. So I like that he put this little disclaimer. It says, no intentional red herrings, no oddball fishiness methods of presenting coordinates, UTM, for example, right? And no leaving off the North 32 and West 97 just to make it more difficult. So there may be more than one layer on this puzzle. Collaboration is allowed, and you may ask me for hints after there has been a first to find. So I like how this puzzle owner has said, hey, don't fear not, you can reach out to me. So he tells you some stuff about some audio puzzles, that there are other types of audio puzzles, and so he goes through some of them Morse code, MIDI sheet music generators. There's your Audacity.
Yep.
Right? So here it's free. So
Audacity's your friend.
Right here on this cache page. This phone utility, he has a phone utility website. Sometimes you may need to convert from WAV to MP3 or vice versa. He likes this site for quick conversions. And so all of this stuff is stuff that the cache owner has provided to you. Now you get here to this and you click on this, and that brings up the puzzle for this. But we're going to scroll down the rest of the deal. So he gives you some websites and descriptions for what they are. The Morse code listener, the MIDI sheet music, Audacity, audio converters, an ID3 tag editor. And so all of this stuff is on the cache page and is available to you at the cache page that is in the show notes. And looks like the one that Gary just shared in the chat room as well. Yep. So if you look at this, you can validate your puzzle solution with the certitude checker, right? Which if you click on this image, it takes you to the certitude. We're not so interested in the certitude checker as much as we are interested in the actual puzzle itself. So the puzzle itself, let me share the audio and bring this up, is here, right? And so it's only 4 seconds long. So we'll listen to it a couple of times. But this is what it is.
Oh, wow.
I got 11 numbers out of that.
Let's listen to it again. Yep, I got 11 numbers too.
That's neat.
I wasn't counting the first time.
And you know what sucks is where this thing is at. It shows up right outside where Geo Woodstock was.
I know.
Oh, in British Columbia?
No, Fort Worth.
Oh.
It's west of Fort Worth.
Oh, man.
You could find it on the way to Texas Challenge this year.
That's right. Or on your way home, take the scenic route.
A little bit. That's not too far from Texas Challenge.
So let's go one more time.
I heard a couple at the end were ba-na-na-na.
So if you've got you an old school punch telephone that, you know, is not a rotary dial, you could probably pick it up and just punch through them and listen. I don't know if you're...
What's a rotary dial?
What's a rotary dial?
That's that thing where you got to like turn it and it goes...
And you get six numbers.
When the phone numbers had like a bunch of 8s, 9s, and 0s in it, you were like...
Pull it all the way over.
Yeah, that sucks when it's be the fifth caller.
Yeah.
The worst part too is you get 6 numbers into a 7-digit number and you mess one up. You're like, oh, I gotta start all over. Hang up, start up again, get a dial tone.
How much of our audience did we just lose with that?
Right, about it.
Two. We went from 13 to 11 people.
Just like that, we lost them. Just like that.
That's
on YouTube.
So on your cell phone, it still plays the different tones, though I don't know how accurate it's going to be.
Oh, right.
But, you know, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it still plays the different tones on your cell phone. So you may be able to sit there and play around with it enough to figure out what this is.
Cool thing is you can do it on your cell phone and not actually call somebody.
That's right. Whereas if you did it on one of the others, you know, somebody asks you, you know,
calling somebody in Russia or something. Back when you had long distance charges and stuff, that could be a fortune.
I've got the next one if you want me to pull that one up, Charles, if you want.
Oh, I got it up.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, the Pizza Ninja from the chat room.
Yep.
Secret squirreled this one in, and we're gonna share it real quick. It's in New York, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how excited you'd be to go get it.
I don't know if you want to go up there. That's kind of scary part of the world. Just kidding.
So
I'm not. It is.
Anything north of you, Tom?
They do have good pizza there in New York, though. It's better than, as much as I'm a Bears fan, go Bears. It's much better than that deep dish stuff they serve in Chicago.
Boy.
Oh, that's barely in New York.
We'll have to argue that someday. I like deep dish. Of course, I like all pizzas. That didn't count, as you can tell.
So I like this one because it's called Are We Alone? And when you get down here, this is what you get. So scientists have pondered the question in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. At the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute has focused on the observation of star systems for radio signals that can provide evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. So, yeah. So this one has the great warning with it as well. It does have a tiny URL for you to go to. And I like this one because it has the official Groundspeak solution checker built into it. So bravo.
Yay, Pizza Ninja.
Because we were talking about that earlier. And this will be part of next week's show when we talk about challenge or solution checkers to puzzle caches. So let's get out of this. We're going
all the things you can do, which I had no idea you could do with solution checkers.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fascinating.
So after you find this one, you drive another hour north and go get wings.
Oh. Anchor bar?
Yeah,
Anchor bar.
And that's all you only gave us 6 seconds of this?
Wow.
Pizza Ninja?
That's interesting. I think I could hear some. Play it again.
Let's play it again, because there was definitely, it almost sounded like Morse code at the end, but
I thought I heard numbers. No,
it almost sounds like a microphone, a waterproof microphone that's put in a fish tank, and someone's trying to talk through the glass to it.
I think you got to slow it down a bit.
That's it? No Morse code, he says.
Yeah, I saw that. So there's one for you to download and under.
Yeah, dire wolf. It's one of the chipmunks. Slow it down.
So yeah, so 6 seconds. So normally when you get audio files like that are super short, except for the last telephone one,
no need to slow it down.
No need to slow it down. Oh, so he there you go. So usually when you have something short like that, it helps to download the file, run it through some stuff. Maybe you can use some of the clues from the stenography website or the stenography cache and the what's being dialed cache page to help you figure out how this thing is going. It is, let's see, what is it? It's a 3.5 for difficulty. So, Tom ought to have it solved here by midnight. And
well, I think I have a clue of where to go with this.
He says no need to slow it down.
Yeah. So,
by the way, Direwolf, I did put yours in the notes. I don't know if I have time to get to it, but I did throw the one you mentioned. The Lost in Translation one. That's interesting.
Lord have mercy.
It's also an audio file one too. Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. Klingon? Could be Klingon.
Yeah, it sounds like Klingon. All right, so we got time real quick.
Want to do that one real quick? Okay.
Yeah. This is called Lost in Translation 8. It's in Illinois. Go Bears.
Go Chicago
Bears.
Pizza.
We'll have to have a discussion about that.
Go Italian sandwich.
That's right. There's your download the audio file. Though I didn't see this one. Let's see what the date is on this one. Yeah, 2012. So this one predates the warning that you had to have from Groundspeak about audio files. And so there obviously is a series of these. Let's get out of this and look at the audio file for this one, because it's always fun to do the audio files. Atterbury.net, stuff files, Lost in Translation 8. Dun, 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 dun.
Loos mag, loos cha, pa, loos wach, pach, George, hoed, wedge, jab, cha, soch, jab.
Kapla!
You know, now that I listen to it, I don't know if that's Klingon or not.
That is, because I recognize the last word. Blah.
Loos cha, pa, loos wach, pach, George, hoed, wedge, jab, cha, soch, jab.
Kapla!
Yeah, the last word's success.
Sounded like you said quapla. Quapla. Yeah, so there you go. There's a string of these out there, of these audio puzzles out there in the world. They are a blast to do. There are multiple different techniques on how to solve them. Obviously, you know.
Okay.
Oh, not Klingon. Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Okay, it's Romulan then.
What other Star Trek? It's Wookiee. It's Wookiee.
Could be a Native American has maybe sort of a has that sort of way that the tone.
Dire Wolf said he solved it and it's Klingon.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is Klingon. Okay. Well, cool. There you go.
All right.
But go ahead about audio. I agree. I think audio ones are pretty slick. I think it's a great idea.
There are tons of things that you can do with them. There are, I mean, the sky's the limit. You can hide stuff in them. You can put up made up languages like Klingon and whatnot. I ran across one at one point in time that was German, but they reversed the audio file. So you were listening to German backwards.
Wow.
Does it still sound angry?
No, they sound really pleasant.
It doesn't sound any nicer.
But crazy. That's a great idea.
So there are a ton of ways to do these, a ton of ways to make them. And then obviously you saw from tonight. From tonight.
Yeah.
There's a whole range of difficulties that you can have for these, from easy to extremely difficult. So I'm just thankful that for the one that is extremely difficult, he at least told us how he did it. That still doesn't make it any less difficult, though, because you still have to figure out how to decrypt it or uncode it. So,
I wonder if mine still works. I've got one out there. Let me. I want to bog down. I know we're toward the end.
So, Direwolf, you said you had a language translator on your phone. Which translator did you use? I've never bothered getting one.
The latest version of the iOS does also now come with a Yeah, I archived this one, but I can play it real quick. It's
Keep going back to your latest version of iOS. Has what?
oh, it has a translator,
It has a built-in translator.
yeah. So this is another idea, and I want to, like I said, we'll do this one real quick, but this is an interesting variation on a theme. I know time, indicating time, but this is the one that is different. But as
Thanks for tuning into K-Cash. We start with sports. Greenville West has defeated Greenville North in impressive fashion by a final of 96-33. Now to weather. A big norther is blowing in and temperatures will be dropping to a low of 0 degrees with a high of 6. The next day the low will be 6 before warming up to 28 degrees. Now for a farm report. Bubba called and said that 7 aliens were in his west pasture. They gathered up his 45 cows, before beaming them up to their spaceship and then whoosh. They were gone in a flash.
so that's kind of stupid. It's pretty. It's simple too, but
I like it though.
What's the GC on that one? I think
farm report. I like the farm report. The guy.
It's archived now, Tom.
Oh, I can send you that. I'll send it to you later. It's just it's archived, so it's gone. But
that's right. It's still clever, and that's the fun part about this is that it doesn't matter. You know, you could have an audio cache like that has, 70 visitors to it and 68 favorite points on it.
Yeah, they do. They're definitely a favorite point magnet.
I just thought of a type of audio cache that I found that I didn't include on here.
Oh wow.
Radio.
Oh yeah, those are good too.
I've found at least two or three of those.
Yeah, I found a couple of those where you had to pull in close enough and turn your radio to a certain dial, and then you would pick up a repeating song that just played over and over and over. Those poor neighbors, when they hit the button on their radio, it comes up every time. But there was one like that in Wyoming called The Song of Wyoming. And you'd listen to this song, and then all of a sudden there'd be a 4. And then you'd go into the song 7. And so you had to listen to the whole song from the beginning to get it. I didn't put that in the show notes because I was like, oh, well, we can't really show you that. I mean, I give you GC code for it, but I don't know how the cache owner did it, and I don't know how to replicate it. And there's no way to show it because unless I'm sitting in their driveway, you're not going to be able to pick it up. So
I looked into making one of those. You can get an FM transmitter. They're not all that expensive. I mean, it's going to cost you a few bucks, but you just got to have a place to put it.
Yeah.
Somebody found this cache.
Your K cache. I knew I'd heard that before. I did find it.
So, all right. So sky's the limit on audio caches and kind of how you can do it. The trick would be figuring out where to host your audio file and whether you wanted it to be a standalone file where people could play it in other windows like this, or if you wanted it to be like the very first one that we did, Droids, that when you click on the download button, it actually downloads the file straight to your computer. There was no option with that first one. It automatically is going to download to your computer. The rest of them, it seemed that you could open them in another tab on your computer and listen to them, meaning they're hosted on another web service somewhere. So neat to see how all of these are done. Neat to see a variety of difficulties through these and how cache owners think that they get rated. And neat to see a difference in checkers to see if you were right. A bunch of these didn't have checkers.
Yeah.
Some had certitudes. One of them had the official Groundspeak one that they provide for a solution checker. So kind of neat to see that, and is going to be a good segue to next week's show, which is going to be talking about checkers, the fun stuff that you can do with the different types of checkers, because you don't always have to just put numbers into them. And then we're going to try and dig up some old checkers that have gone to the wayside and look at some of the history that comes with the solution checkers for puzzle caches.
Yeah, that was fascinating. All right. Thank you guys. That was a great show. And here we go.